hello there. How you doing? Welcome to my kitchen. It's your girl Merle, and today we've got something quite special for you. You see, I think of myself as someone with a healthy gut. I feel like I eat pretty well, not only just of my own volition, but because I have this channel and I try all kinds of healthy stuff all the time. Some weird stuff too, but a lot of healthy stuff. So when I did a bunch of tests on myself, like a blood test and a gut test, I thought, I'm gonna ace this. Imagine my surprise when I got the results back on my gut biome and it was poor. It was poor. I said, "You must have me mistaken. You must have mixed me up with somebody else."
Who, me?
And I said to myself, I eat the same thing pretty much every single day. You kind of just eat bread and tofu. I eat a lot of beans, but maybe I need a little more variety. Maybe I need to work a little bit harder to diversify what I eat. So I decided to learn a lot more about gut health. And now I'm gonna tell it to you. By the way, if this kind of thing bores you to tears, there's chapters down below. You could skip right past this explanation, but I do find it fascinating. Listen, it's very interesting. It's crazy what your body does, honestly. Before we begin, I thought maybe I should talk to you a little bit about what is the deal with gut health? What does that mean? What does it mean? Get over here, you little nut. Now we're gonna learn with Lucille. So your gut is home to trillions of bacteria. Good bacteria, bad bacteria. That's why when you take an antibiotic, it helps you get over being sick, but it also
kills the good bacteria with the bad bacteria, so it's good to take a probiotic when you take antibiotics.
You understand? Now, what I didn't know is that these bacteria influence pretty much everything. It's like the control center almost, it feels like. So when you've got a healthy gut biome, you've got a better working immunity system, you've got more mental clarity, and it can even boost your serotonin production. Signs that you might have bad gut health could be brain fog, fatigue, food sensitivities, bloating or gas, or even constipation, skin issues like acne or eczema.
Which one do you have? Do you have any of those?
Everything bad seems like it could be a symptom. So, that doesn't mean that it is your gut, but it could be. And you could be like me and think you're way ahead of things when really you got poor gut health. I just wanted to explain this because I'm learning so much about it, and I thought maybe it'd be helpful for you to also learn about it. Furthermore, if we're gonna talk about this, we need to talk about prebiotics and probiotics. So prebiotics are fibers that feed the healthy bacteria in your gut to help them be their best and do their best job for you. Like onions, garlic, oats, bananas, asparagus, among many other things that are fibrous. Probiotics are the live bacteria themselves, found in fermented foods such as sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, tempeh, kombucha. What do you want from me? Maybe you're really interested in learning. Anyway, so the key is that you want both prebiotics and probiotics in order to have a healthy gut. My freaking protein powder says there's probiotic in it, but I don't know if I believe it. How could it possibly stay alive? So anyway, that was learning corner. Let's get into the recipes. Now, let's get into breakfast. Sweet and savory toasts. Now, the savory toast is gonna be carrying some pre and probiotics, and then the sweet toast is gonna be basically all prebiotics. And we get some good protein in there too, because hello. We're gonna use sourdough bread, which is a mild probiotic. Technically, it's a fermented food. And then we're gonna top this with some sauerkraut. Sauerkraut, a fermented food, is just fermented cabbage. That's gonna be another key probiotic in this recipe. Apple cider vinegar, key probiotic in this recipe. If you want bonus points, which I do, you can saute up a little garlic and asparagus. I'm gonna do this just because I'm gonna live large today. Now for the sweet toast, we're gonna use sourdough, mild probiotic. And then I'm gonna slather some nice, healthy, crunchy peanut butter on there because I love it and it's protein and healthy fats. Then I'm going to slice up a banana and I'm gonna sprinkle some cinnamon on there. The banana is a prebiotic. And then, because I'm feeling super fancy, I'm gonna take some walnuts. I'm gonna chop them up a little bit and I'm going to toast them over the stove with a little bit of maple syrup to make them like extra sweet treat. I don't know if this is gonna be enough avocado because I didn't actually cut this 50-50. I cut it like 45. But we'll see. Hopefully it's fine. Honestly, I might add the entire avocado. I don't think this is enough for me. I want more. I don't care. If I'm overdoing it, I'm overdoing it. But I strive to live life to the fullest, and sometimes that means eating the whole avocado. So we're gonna add in some garlic powder, some salt, apple cider vinegar with the mother. This is optional because we're already gonna get some tanginess and acidity from the sauerkraut, but I can never get enough tanginess and acidity. I'm into it, man. I'm doing about 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, give or take. Give some freshly cracked corn. Corn? Peppercorn. I'm trying something new with the filming today, so if it looks weird, bear with me. I'm working on things. Damn, you're really close, huh? You could count all my nose hairs right now if you wanted to. Don't do it. Everything but the bagel sprinkles, we'll just put it right in there. Why not? Red pepper flakes, of course. Now we mash. So, when it's done, it should look like this. Packs a wallop, all on its own. Hello. All mashed. I changed my pants because I felt weird with you guys just looking at my underoos the entire time. I do love Wokester, but you're gonna have to pay me for that kind of promotion, okay? If you're interested, hit me up. I love those things. I'm gonna take my asparagus and just gonna snap it like that, let it naturally snap. And then just make little slices. I wasn't paying attention at Trader Joe's and I picked some garlic that was growing green sprouts. Now that I have a reason to eat more garlic, you're not gonna wanna come anywhere near me. I'm already a garlic fiend. Now I can say I'm eating it for my health. Once when I was in Australia, I met a doctor who practiced Chinese medicine, and he told me that with my makeup, my person who I am, that eating too much garlic would light the fire too much inside me. If that's wrong, I don't want to be right. I was pretty generous with the oil just there. You probably don't really need that much, but it can't hurt. I'm gonna keep moving it around so we don't burn the garlic. Now I'm gonna take this off the heat and I'm gonna wipe the pan out and we're going to get our nuts. Honestly, I'm just looking for an excuse to use these bad boys. Now this does not have to be perfect. These do not need to be the same size. It just needs to be broken down a little bit. Now let's take these over to the stove and we're gonna drizzle a little maple syrup over there and it's gonna be like heaven. I'm gonna give this a little sprinkle of salt as well. Okay, so once you've let the walnuts and the maple syrup hang out on the stove for a little bit, basically it's gonna turn into these like maple walnut clusters. Yum. It's time to assemble. That is looking delicious already. Almost forgot to mash my banana glass container that I used for the avocado. I want to let the sugars break it down so it becomes more of an actual mash. Crunchy and unsalted peanut butter from Sprouts, which is just peanuts, nothing else. Our veggies. Add our mashed banana and sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on there. I think we outdid ourselves here, folks. I just want to show you this before I even add the sauerkraut because this is so pretty. You could probably do half a banana and half an avocado, but what's the fun in that? Now I'm just gonna add the sauerkraut. This is just Trader Joe's sauerkraut. Here they are. This is out of control. This is just incredible. Yes, it took time, but you know what? Good things come to those who wait. How about that? Let's give it a try. I'm actually gonna start with the sweet one. Oh my God. That is so good and healthy and delicious. I need to come up with my own recipes more often. Really good. I need to keep eating that, but first I need to try the savory one. Will you marry me? Yes, I will. Propose with this one, and then when you're married, make them this one. I just want to eat them back and forth. Sweet, savory, sweet, savory. I've outdone myself. I really have. You've got the mushy mashed banana and peanut butter, crunch in the peanut butter, crunch in the toasted walnuts. This one, I just love acidity. So like, if we want less acidity, don't add the apple cider vinegar into the avocado mash. But man, this one is a funky little freak, and it knows it. I want more sauerkraut. I'll pile it on there. My gut is gonna be doing somersaults, but in a good way. That one's a little freak, a tasty freak. And dare I say I'm proud of myself. I spend a lot of time trying other people's recipes. I think I get nervous to put myself out there, and I just assume everyone else knows better, which they probably do in a lot of ways about cooking. I didn't go to culinary school, but you wouldn't know it eating this. Let's move on to lunch, shall we? Okay, I know I'm in a different shirt. I spilled things on my other one. Don't worry about it. For lunch, we're gonna be doing black bean tacos. Basically, this whole thing of like coming up with pre and probiotic, recipes is like, choose your character. It's like, do you want pickled onions? Do you want friggin' sauerkraut? Do you want kimchi? But I'm also trying to include protein as well. Today, we're gonna be making a cashew crema to go along with our tacos. We're going to be using pickled onions on this. That is a nice little probiotic. So we're getting good fiber as well from the beans, which is basically what the good gut bacteria is thriving on. We're gonna have avocado, a nice little prebiotic, and of course the tempeh, which is also a probiotic. Tempeh is a beautiful thing because it packs a wallop. It's made of fermented soybeans. It's got 16 grams of protein per serving, and there are 2.5 servings in this. Where is my phone? Where is it? Ah, here it is. Get our tempeh. I'm gonna slice this in half. My dear friend Rachel taught me this trick. You take one half out and then you use that sleeve and you use it to cover the other half that you're not using. I thought that was pretty brilliant. We don't need to do anything too crazy with this. I'm honestly gonna just take this over to the stove and I'm going to crumble it up over the stove. I'm gonna get the stove going over like medium low heat and add some sesame oil in there, and we're just gonna let it snap, crackle, and pop a little bit, and then I'll add in a little soy sauce, maybe a little rice wine vinegar, a little salt, a little pepper, a little smoked paprika. While our tempeh is cooking over the stove, this is actually frozen roasted corn. We can also take this time to drain our black beans. And something that I've heard mention of a lot is to like really you want to rinse those beans. The water / juice can upset your tummy. And if you're already dealing with poor gut stuff, you probably don't need anything else right now to, add insult to injury. So rinse them. If you have a high-powered blender, you should have no problem blending these without soaking them. Half a cup cashews. I'll do the juice of half a lime. 1 clove of garlic, some salt, and some pepper. Now we're going to add our water, blend it up. That looks pretty good. Let me scrape down the sides though. Ooh, limey. That is a limey. I'm gonna add a little more water into that. The lime is strong with that one, but you know what? That's kind of the point, so. Now I'm gonna empty the tempeh and the corn out of the pan, and I'm going to quickly toast my corn tortillas, another great prebiotic, and then we can assemble. So let's crack open an avocado. Nice little prebiotic. We're gonna put the pitted side in the fridge. There's something so rewarding about cooking a nice little meal for yourself. Let's build this thing out. And if you wanna add more greens in there, you wanna add some microgreens maybe, wanna add some cabbage or lettuce, be my guest. I'm just wondering if I'm even gonna be able to fit the stuff I'm already putting in there. I have a tendency to overfill in life and in food. All right, so I'm using these Small Town Cultures sliced red onion. These microfiber cloths are really great if they're damp to open stuff. It gives you a good grip. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Ooh, yummy, smells good. I'm gonna put a healthy dose on there. Oh, all right, I'll add some cherry tomatoes for color. That looks great. And if I liked cilantro, I would add it, but I don't. All right, and finally, we're gonna just drizzle our crema over the top. Look at this. Also, you can feel free to sprinkle a little nutritional yeast over there if you want. Look at that, that looks so good. Wow, maybe I'll put a little lime on the plate, make it look extra fancy. This is looking really pretty. Look at that. Let's see if these tacos are gonna pass the test as far as, is it even possible to eat them? Oh, already falling apart. Dude, I wish I added jalapeno. That's what I should have added to the crema. Jalapeno crema. Sorry, I'm eating like an animal. By George, I think she's done it again. The sweetness from the corn. We got a little interesting funk from the tempeh. We got the beans to build it out. The crema, bring in the lime, the citrus, the acidity. I could probably eat like 5 of these. A little squeeze of lime, a little bit of salt. What I would do differently next time, or in addition to tempeh, I might do like seitan to get the chew. I think I could get freaky with some seitan. Even though, yes, you get the probiotics from the tempeh. You're already getting probiotics from the pickled onion. Gosh, I should get weird with some tacos. I should do some fun tacos, vegan tacos. I should do a video for vegan tacos. How many different ways can I say the same thing? Now we move on to dinner. Okay, so for dinner, we're going to be making a noodle soup because if you know me, you know I love me some noodles and I love me some soup. We're gonna be using gochujang, which is a Korean paste made from fermented red chili peppers. So anything fermented, good for your gut. Probiotic. Now this one is a little bit more of a milder probiotic from what I understand, which is good because we've had a lot so far already. And frankly, I'm like, is my gut gonna be too good, if you know what I mean? Am I about to like have an accident on my hike? I don't know. So let's go through the ingredients and let's see. So we'll be getting some prebiotics from some green onion and some garlic. And we're gonna be using soba noodles, which are buckwheat noodles. And they are pretty powerful prebiotic. They've got some great fiber in them. We're gonna get a little bit of protein from some tofu that I'm gonna add in there as well. I'm also gonna add in some mushrooms, another great prebiotic. So we are good. We're killing it here, basically. I've already peeled my ginger. I already did my homework for today. Fresh ginger, I got about 1.5 cloves of garlic, and we're gonna just go ahead and mince those up. All right, so we're gonna take those, we're gonna go over to the stove. I'm gonna get a pan heated up, and I'm gonna add some oil in there. We're gonna toss in our garlic and our ginger. I'm gonna slice up some green onion. All right, we're sauteing this up. Let the mushrooms get a little hot and bothered in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, add some pepper, why not? And I'm gonna add some gochujang. Before I even add in the hot water, you can add in vegetable stock. I'm using hot water, and then I'm gonna toss in a bouillon cube that I really like. It's just a mushroom-based bouillon cube. This, I made sure, is a vegan one. Put a healthy 1 to 2 tablespoons in there, depending on your level of spice you're comfortable with. I'm just gonna use half of the bouillon cube water. We wanna bring that to a boil, and in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and cook our soba noodles. They don't take more than like 4 minutes. So these are easy breezy, beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of soy sauce to this as well. I'm gonna quickly dice up my tofu. Silken tofu would be really nice in this. Firm is fine too. Now it's done. We're just gonna assemble. Let's take a healthy scoop of your soup. That looks really delicious. It's just insane that I'm just using my hands. This looks so good. Definitely love using a softer tofu in soups. And just quickly dice up a couple of these green onions to garnish, and we're in business. Voila, delicious gochujang soba noodles. And now it's time to give it a try. Here it is in all its glory. Beautiful, beautiful soup. One thing I did off camera is I added a little bit of red pepper flakes, which I probably didn't need to do because I already added a ton of the gochujang. Ooh. Yum. I think I would honestly add that entire bouillon cube next time, but damn, that is delicious. What a nice spice from the gochujang. The green onions are working overtime. Now, if you're not actively eating pre and probiotics all day, like I am today, you could add some kimchi on top of here for an extra boost. It's got such a nice heat from the gochujang, but like also just kind of mild and delicious. Like I feel like if I was sick, this would be a heavenly dish. Clear out the sinuses. Add more lime. I just realized I totally forgot to add bok choy into this. I bought bok choy and I didn't add it in. Bok choy would be really nice with this. The extra crunch would be lovely. I'm gonna stop now. Oh, mama, this is yummy. We only have one more dish. We're even gonna do a gut healthy dessert. I've got something a little fancy, a little special planned for dessert, so. For our dessert, I realized now that this is more of a plan ahead dessert, so it is what it is. You can find other desserts online if you want to that you can eat instantly, but what's the fun in that? The thrill of the chase. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. Good things come to those who wait. And any other cliches that mean be patient. We're gonna be making a simple chia pudding, but I'm gonna put a zesty, fancy, probiotic-y spin on it. Easy enough. We're gonna be just using some chia seeds, good prebiotic, I think, unless I'm just making that up. I might be getting too confident now in my knowledge of this. Are chia seeds a prebiotic? Yes, they are. I'm like, is it almost everything? It's stuff with good fiber. Basically, fibrous foods are prebiotics, from what I understand. Now, grab a small mason jar. Very validating, by the way, because I save every jar that comes through my household, and I end up having all these oddly shaped, long, narrow ones, tiny, teeny, tiny ones, and I'm like, what am I doing with these? I never use them, but I'm just collecting them. I'm using it. Whatever, it's the little things in life. This is gonna be easy peasy. So I'm gonna add a cup of, I'm using soy milk. You can use any plant-based milk you want. And I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of chia seeds. But actually first, I'm gonna add some vanilla to this. Oh, those are bitters. That would have been so bad. That would have been so bad. Half a tablespoon to a tablespoon, maybe a half a tablespoon of vanilla extract in there. I'm gonna add in some frozen berries. You can use fresh berries, of course, if you want. I tend to use frozen because the fresh ones be going bad. And now I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of my chia seeds. Now I'm gonna mix that up. We're gonna let this sit overnight in the fridge, 8 hours. It says you could do 2 to 3 hours. I'm just gonna do it overnight and we'll try it in the morning. And that's when you're gonna see the fancy part. Because you were wondering, Merle, first of all, where's the sweetener? And second of all, Merle, what's the fancy part? Well, you'll just have to wait. See you tomorrow. The nuttiness from the walnuts, pecans would work even better, is going to give it the brown butter effect. And it's also going to give us some buttery walnuts, which you wouldn't catch me passing up in a million years. So I'm gonna get the butter in there. I'm gonna add in like 1 teaspoon for starters, maybe 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. When I tell you I'm literally making it up as I go, I mean it. And then we're gonna use like half a teaspoon of miso. Now we mix it up. The only thing left to do now is to take this golden magic and add it to the chia pudding. I mean, this is a dessert after all. We're supposed to enjoy it. And look, I still have a little bit of leftover candied walnuts. This is exciting. Let's give this a try. Oh, it's like ice cream. I still have so much of this left. This literally tastes like delicious, caramely, fruity, vanilla-y bourbon ice cream. The walnuts are, I'm gonna say, a must, because the crunchiness is much needed with the sometimes slimy quality of chia seeds. I don't mind it with this. That's amazing. Wow, wow. I'm taking a moment of appreciation for myself. I really did that. Sometimes you just gotta follow your instincts and just trust the process. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed seeing me try my own recipes, just like full sending it and hoping it works. I hope you guys learned something. I've learned so much in this process. I will certainly, moving forward, be trying more recipes that incorporate more probiotic, more fermented foods, more prebiotic foods. Anyway, I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you're curious about like, oh, what does a certain celebrity eat in a day, or a famous person, or a nutritional, or a dietitian, or whatever, those will be right here. We've got playlists for these things. I've been making these videos for years now, so check them out. I hope you had fun, and I will catch you on the next one. Ciao for now.